You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting sets, and come on, won't you sing with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world, and show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh at needs, gonna live the dream, gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing a song to the break of dawn. Gonna rock this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting sets, and come on, won't you sing with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world, and show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yo,
Hey,
what's going on, brother?
what's up? I'm back, everyone. We survived the cyclone.
He's alive.
Welcome to season 3, episode number 8 of the PlayStation Collectors Podcast with me, Figsy, and Joe Rad. And tonight it's difficult.
Oh, wait, you always forget. We get the fucking I swear. God, I swear in the first 5 minutes. Dang, it's
Yeah, I
terrible.
forget that we get the applause.
Yeah, we get the applause. How you guys doing? Welcome. I'm glad
How
you're
are you
alive,
guys?
Crazy. I was worried.
Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah, I saw some other people from Australia posting on Twitter like we're all gonna die. I'm like, oh man, it sounds like it might be pretty bad.
Well, I mean, it was meant to be bad, and I hunkered down for it, and stocked up on tin food and toilet paper, and I cleaned the yard and put everything that could fly away inside, and I turned my computer off and everything, and had candles and lights, and I was waiting for the power to turn off, and the power didn't actually go off. And turns out in the morning, my mate sent me a photo of the city, and over my suburb, everyone lost power except for 20 houses, and I was one of them. So yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
there was strong winds and stuff, but there was no damage to the house. It was just a few branches down, and one tree had not fallen over, but was like this and was blocking a pathway, so I had to chop it, not down, but
Yeah,
chop
and like
it
I
up.
said, you covered all your windows with FIFA games, and you had a bunch of old,
the FIFA game was definitely
exercise VHS tapes that you used to block off the seal everything. I don't know, dude. Are you still doing a lot of buying and reselling on eBay? Do you still go to people's houses and buy stuff? Are you still doing that? You haven't made any pickup.
well, I haven't been lately because I'm mainly selling my collection, and selling a collection takes a lot of time. And usually the price to item is a lot higher than when I was reselling, so I don't have to sell as many things. It's just a few things at a time and different things like that. I've got 3 items out at the moment, and it's probably $500 worth of stock, So
it feels real good. Yeah, I went to meet Ye Old Game Store in my local town and did a little trading in. And I brought just to me a very modest amount of games. It was $450 worth of stuff, and it wasn't any holy grails or anything super crazy or anything. It was a lot of good stuff, but a lot of sealed games I had that I never opened. So I think that's probably what made them so ooh, these are in actual good condition.
Well, I mean, if it's not GameStop, they know that sealed games are factory new games, and they can sell them at that price. So
yes, and they do. They do definitely take their condition into consideration, because they had some sealed games in the case that I was surprised they had in the case, and were charging $80, $90, $100 for some of them. I was like, wow. But you could probably find them on eBay for $60 all day used, nice. It's sealed copies on eBay, so they know what's going on. It was cool though, man.
Well, depending on the game, some games you'll find the used price and the sealed price is the same, and then certain games it's the complete opposite, and the graded copies will be crazy and different things like that.
You know what else is fun is you know, it took them a while to figure it all out and take it all out and look at it. So I just browse and I shop, and I love looking at the games they have that I own and seeing what they're asking for them. I'm like, oh yeah, Tales of Destiny 2 for $330 or something they were asking. I was like, oh man, my copy's clean. You know, I got like clean.
You
copy.
find one and you'd be like, oh, that's a good price you've got on that one. There, yeah, I got one in my collection.
Yeah, it just that's to me is a very satisfying feeling, because you know, if I bought most of my stuff 2014, 15 ish, and I paid, you know, like I said back then, $100 for a PS1 game was like, what? That's a lot of money for a game for a PS1. Like back then, that would have been like, you know. And now I think about it, and some of the games that were offered to me for $100, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I'd gotten them. Like I passed over Tronbon. I passed over like a Brigandine for $100. You know, I'm like,
I try not to think of the ones I passed over, because I always spend all the money I had to spend, and I got a lot of good stuff for cheap. So
oh, I did too. But it's all about that one guy got away, man. Just like women. Late at night, you think about that one. Like, damn.
The ones that I did go make up for it, I got some really good deals over the time. So you can't get them all. Like, there's a lot of people collecting out there. Everyone's got to get their deals. You can't be the only one to get all the deals.
I don't know, man. I want to be the very best. The one. I'm just kidding. Something like that.
Copyright strike incoming.
Oh, God damn it. You're probably right. Whatever. I know. Like, that Pal World's after us again.
I love everyone's bringing up the Dragon Quest comparisons to Pokemon in like when Pokemon first started.
There's a million games like that. So, you know, if people want to get in, especially with like if you look in the mobile world, I'm sure there's like a billion shitty fucking Pokemon ripoffs.
Yeah, but are they number one on Steam, Joe?
No, that's the only problem, is that this game is financially successful and it's financially competitive to them. They actually so I could see them being upset about it.
And they're like, oh, we could spend $500 million suing them and make how much? All right, let's do it.
I don't know. I mean, why? Just, you know, make a better game. No offense. Pokemon's been quite boring for a long time. Just being real. No innovations. Just no innovations. They're just not. I mean, I think, didn't they do, wasn't Arceus or whatever, wasn't there one game they did that sort of had like an open world thing going on? Or...
Yeah, but it was like, it felt like you're playing a PS3 game in terms of how much of an open world it had to it and the graphics. And like, Pokemon was around. I know Pokemon's got fans that are kids these days, but like a lot of Pokemon's fan base are also older, and you know they should make games that are targeted to all their fans. You know.
So Pal World is it's not just a Pokemon ripoff too. It feels like a Fortnite ripoff and like a Rust ripoff. It's like a ripoff of like it's just a mix max of multiple things, and they're hitting like good notes. Like the combat looks like Fortnite to me, like the third over the shoulder shit that they're doing, whatever.
I've enjoyed watching gameplay. I haven't played it.
It looks like a fun game.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm not playing it is it's still in alpha or beta or whatever, and I just don't participate in games until they're done, or at least like I have the attitude that like I don't want to test people's games for free. Like, what the hell? I don't understand how this became a thing where it's like literally like you're working for these companies if you're playing their betas and testing their games. And you pay for it
if I'm having fun. If I'm having fun, I'll play something.
If it's a free access, okay, I'm not paying to play a fucking game that's not done. I'm just not.
That's a good question though. How much is it? Because it's like number one on Steam.
That's $20, something like that.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I think it's like cheap. But I could.
Well, it sounds like a pretty good deal. Because
let me tell you, I actually have no idea how much it costs. I'm just assuming it's $20.
Oh, if anyone knows how much it is, could you let us know? Because that's quite interesting. Okay, so it's free on Game
Pass. Oh, there you go. Yeah, freaking Game Pass. Yeah, I'm Xbox. They're leading the charge. They're the ones.
It's $30 on Steam, so it's a half
$30. Okay, that's still not bad. But like I said, I'd rather wait until it's like that. But then again, games are never done now, so you have to wait years. It's like the same problem I'm having with the Tekken.
The player base will be that far advanced that you won't be able to get into the game because you're just going to be getting destroyed by people and blah.
Or they won't even be there. They'll be gone. You know,
exactly.
dead.
So you have to be in the game from the start, especially games like that. How it's got like the whole, rust element and different things like that. It's really like time is the best thing in those games, and you learn how to play from time. Someone of 2,000 hours is going to destroy someone who's just gotten into the game. And
that I ain't worried about that as much as it's more like right now I want to get Tekken 7. I want to get into the Tekken 7. It's about time for me to play that game. And Tekken 8 came out, and like this is like the fighting game player bases move on to the next thing. They don't hang around. Like, you'll still be able to find online matches, I'm sure, but it's just how it is. Like, but like Tekken 8 just came out, and I want it and I don't want it is equally is the same amount. Like, I desperately want it and I desperately don't want it. Like, at the same time, I'm so conflicted on
you would pick it up, play it for 3 days, put it on the shelf, and then forget about it. And it's like, why did I pay $70 for that game 4 years ago? Now it's like $10 in the shops, Actually, hopefully that continues to happen.
So I'm assuming it's a $60, $70 game. I'm assuming, and then
it looks good.
I'm assuming it has like a season pass for $60 to $100 on top of that. I'm gonna guess, or you could buy DLC like $10 a pop per character or whatever it is. Yeah. And I don't know, just the idea of like giving them hundreds of dollars, like $200, $150. I just get bent. Like, I'm sorry, just no. Like, go to hell, dude. I just it ain't worth it. It's just not gonna happen for me.
Yeah,
not for me.
Well, especially the way I play fighting games is I'm playing the campaign or playing with a friend sitting next to me. So like, I got no interest in the online because I know that I haven't learned these characters. I'm going to get destroyed playing online. It's not going to be as a fun experience. And, like, I know that I don't get much out of fighting games these days, but like, I'm not going to spend much on them too. So there's no way I'm picking up Tekken 8 day one, even though Tekken's my favorite fighting series.
I mean, if you're really into fighting games, like, you're getting your money's worth, no doubt. I have no doubt like that. At least Tekken. I was really into Tekken, like Tekken 4 and Tekken 5 probably was the last time I was like really into Tekken. I loved Tekken 3 is my favorite. I played that the most, but Tekken Tag and Tekken 4, I played a ton, and then Tekken 5 I like too. But I really like Tekken 4. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about 4, but 4 was just like a little more polished version of 3, so I don't know, I really liked it. But anyway, it was a deep game then, like a lot to do, and like I'm just guessing that now it's insane how much stuff there is to do and like how technical it is. So and then back in the day, like I'm sure there were buggy things about those games that they didn't like, and now everything's constantly updated and constantly changed, and because of the actual competitive fighting scene, everything's being retuned, and I'm sure the game's insane. But like I said, I just like, for you, am I gonna be that guy who sits there and puts thousands of hours in to learn all the characters and learn how to do the counters and counters and all that crap and all the technical stuff? And I don't know, maybe. I mean, I always like those games, like playing with my friends. That's what I always enjoyed, fighting games.
Yeah,
just kicking my friends' asses. That's all I needed to be good at. As long as I was good enough to beat my friends' asses, that's as good as I needed to be. I didn't care about anything else.
No, I used to I used to really enjoy unlocking the characters. And that's not a thing anymore. There would be 15 characters and 10 characters hidden, and to unlock each character, you got to complete the campaign, and then you complete the campaign, you get one, and then you use that one to complete the campaign, and so on. And like that's Tekken 3 in its essence. It was just so good, and got you. It was the same stuff, but because you got to play with these new characters, it was enough to keep playing through the game. And I certainly put in tens of hundreds of hours back in the day on Tekken 3, where I've got Tekken 7. I think I've played it for an hour, maybe 2 at max.
Yeah.
Like,
I do know.
And Tekken's my favorite fighting game, so
I love Tekken, and I did play some Tekken 7, but it's like there's 2 games my friends like they won't play with me anymore, and that's Tekken and Mario Party. So what happens is if you beat your friend's asses too much, They won't play
Speaking of,
anymore.
I'm gonna grab something real quickly.
Yeah, no problem. So that's the truth. It's like one thing I've learned is that like if you just constantly dominate someone at a game, they won't play with you anymore, which I get because I know the feeling because I've been on the other end of it. Like I had a friend who's just so good at Madden. Like we would play and the final score would be like 92-3. And in the 3 he gave it to me because he felt bad, you know? And like, so I know how it feels. It's like you're like, why would I voluntarily like, you know, stick my tongue in a light socket?
I used to have the opposite where I used to love playing with my mate, and I got to the point where I was really good and he wasn't. So I used to have to throw on purpose so he'd keep playing with me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you literally have to do that.
And then he would pick up on it and be like, "What did you give me the ball back? Or what did you do that for? It was a mistake. No, it wasn't. It was on purpose." And it's like, he's catching up.
Yep. No, that is the truth. But you know, it is what it is.
Speaking of Mario Party, I had a mate come around this week, and we were playing this. It's a Super Mario Party on the Switch. It's so much fun. Just like one controller each.
Okay, yeah. That's
it's still like the old school one where it's got the mini games and it's got like a board game and you go around the board collecting the stars and the coins and.
But that's the new one though. That's not the one that is like the remake with all the old maps, right?
No, I think it's the new one, yeah.
Okay, so that's the one where you're like on a grid and you can kind of go different directions with the arrows or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of like the regular one. Yeah, that one was okay. I like that one. I still prefer like the Mario Party 3 through 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are the best in my opinion. 2's not bad too. 1's a little at this point, but those are the best. Yeah, that's why I got all these. Like, literally all of these controllers are for Mario Party specifically.
Even though no one wants to play with you.
Oh well, that was the plan though. Like I pretty much forced them to after I'd gotten these for at least a little while because I'd be like, you have to. You literally have to. I spent mad money on that. It was like $200 worth of Nintendo controllers. You know, I probably spent $200 on the ones. I'm like, it's like $400 worth of controllers. You're playing Mario Party with me at least a few times. The only thing I don't have is a microphone. I don't have the microphone for the game that uses the mic, which is all right. You can still play it without it, but that kind of annoys me.
Well, I think the best part about it, playing with my mate the other day, is both of us had never played before, so we didn't know the controls, and each minigame was like a learning experience. And like we did one thing in the tutorial where I knew it right away, and you had to like click on something, and he just clicked on my answer and got the point. So I like tried to trick him and wait, and he just randomly guessed it right, and I held off, and I was locked out and couldn't get it. Being outsmarted, but yeah, it was heaps of fun, you know.
Oh yeah, dude, those games are so good. But I mean, part 3 has to be the most evil one ever because like 3 has the little exclamation point things. And like you can completely ruin the game. You can completely upset the game and ruin the game with those things. Because it literally is like pick 2 characters at random and then give them something. They'll exchange something. So it's like, you know, it's got the spinning block. So even like, so you go to that thing, and even if you're like, I want to give the person who's in first place's stars to the person in second place or whatever, there's no guarantee you're gonna do that. Like you can completely like screw over the person in third place. You can just be like, I gave all the person in third places all the money to the person in first place like an asshole. And it would just ruin the game. And it like got to the point where like, you know, you people would roll the dice and you'd be counting out their spots and you'd see that they could land on one of those and everyone would be like, no, no, the game is looking, don't do it, please. And everyone's like, yeah, I'm doing it. I don't know. It's so many traumatizing things. And like those games take a long time. Like you're playing
like an hour and a half.
Yeah, dude. So, you know, you're playing a game and like you're playing for like an hour and a half and you're just grinding and you think you're doing good. And then the person in fourth place just lands on this stupid thing and just like gives all your stars away to the person in third place.
I mean, if you're not in first or second by like a close margin, you may as well.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love those games. They're so fun, man. I'm surprised they don't make a new one that's more like the old ones. I bet that the remake, the one that uses the old maps, sold better than the one that you should play that one if you haven't played that one. That one's actually really good.
What's that one called? I'm pretty sure I've got it.
I think it's Mario Party Superstars, maybe. I believe that would be my guess. I'm not looking for it. I'm not going through
one in there called Mario Party Superstars.
the wall of red. Like, I dislike trying to find Switch games in my
I know.
collection. I really don't like it at all, man. It's like, at least on this, like, I have some chance. I kind of recognize the spines. By the way, I was thinking like that could be like a part of a quiz or part of a game. Like, I can't even tell you how often or how much time I've spent looking at Marketplace or looking at Craigslist or looking at these people's pictures of games, and the pictures suck, and you have to still like try to figure out what fucking games they have.
That's a good one. Yeah,
That is a skill by itself. Just looking and being like, that blurry piece of shit is Power Drone on PS2. I don't want that. That blurry piece of shit is Gauntlet, I think. That blurry piece of shit, you know what I mean? Like,
and it's like, oh, there's a good one on. I love it when they post like multiple photos.
Mhm.
And it gets like photo 7 and there's like a banger in there. But because
Yeah.
photo 1 to 6 is just shit, everyone's just scrolled past it.
Yeah, I remember the good old days where those bundles were like usually worth it for me because they would be 5 games I wanted or 3 or 4 games. Now it's never like you said, it'll be like 35 games and there's one that I want. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to buy all these other games. And if I say, hey, can I get this one? They'll immediately look up how much it costs and charge me as much as the whole fucking bundle anyway. So I'm like, ah. So I end up buying these huge bundles and trading them in or selling them and stuff. So.
It's been a while since I bought games like that. It's just not the same anymore. You like, even the way Facebook works isn't the same. Like, I don't get shown local stuff anymore. I get shown what people have posted in like
For shipping,
Australia-wide groups for shipping, and it's like eBay prices. It's like, I don't want to see this shit on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the ones that have paid money to be for ads on Facebook, so they're the ones you're going to see. And it's like, do I leave the groups I'm in to get rid of all these ads? And it's like coming to that point.
Yeah, I mean, I rarely see anything posted worth my time. Like everybody's onto how much the stuff's worth. It's like there's no deals, and if there is a deal, it's gone. Instantaneous.
Yeah,
like instantaneous.
On Facebook, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So.
And then if you post something for sale, you get spam messages that are all scams anyway. So it's like, what's the point in trying to sell on that?
That's why I think I really enjoy PS4 collecting the most right now. Is that just because people don't know what the hell, they don't know shit about what they have or how much it costs or what it's worth. They're just like, PS4 games, I don't know, whatever. It's like that. It's still easy to find deals and to you know, I do know, like I'm very familiar with the library, and so like there's a lot of the times, like I've sold Deadpool a few times now because people just sell that for like $5 all the time.
Yeah, I've flipped Deadpool 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, there's like a few games that like they're not that super. I find them quite often and flip them quite often for a decent amount of money. So I don't know. I just really
A Way Out, that one goes for a bit of money. You see that quite often, you know.
It did for a while, but it got reprinted in the US, so it's cheap
over
again.
here.
Yeah,
get a reprint.
Yeah, of course. Well, Australia has like
we don't get reprints over here. Like,
I call it the Australia tax. Like whatever a game costs, just assume it's like way more in Australia if you want the Australian version.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, and you guys have funny money anyway, so it'll say 100 Australian for a game anyway. I'm like, what the hell? Which is like what, $60 or something? I don't know.
It depends on the day. It could be 80, it could be 75, it could be 70. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, you know, I don't really care if I've got the Australian version or the UK version or the American version, because it's like I was going for. I had an idea of this full PS4 set at one point. Like, you know, that was out the window years ago. Like, it wouldn't even be considered if I had all the money in the world. It's like,
dude, I would never.
Having 3 rooms full of PS4 games, and half of them are just crap.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them would be crap, and still got a lot of bangers on there though. It's I personally think it's going to be one of the best libraries of all time.
Yeah, I agree with you. But it's also going to be one of the worst libraries of all time too. If that makes sense. In terms of how many bad games it's got on it, and how many games it's just like no one's ever heard of this. It just got released because they could make money selling it, and blah blah blah.
Well, I feel like PAL got a lot of fucking garbage. It's like a lot of garbage, but some people really like the garbage. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I don't know, and I don't mean to insult anybody's taste if they like it, but like I don't like simulator games. I don't want to play Airport Simulator 1-3-5-7-25. You know, Bathroom Janitor Simulator. I don't want.
I like
all
some.
these
I like
games.
Farming Sim and Lawnmower Sim, and I like the
Me
Power
too.
Wash one. And
I do like Farming Simulator and Power Washing Simulator. There are some that I like, but there's, like I said, a lot that I do not want. And then there's like just a lot of like obscure weird stuff that got released in the Germany, and Spain got a lot of weird stuff too. I didn't realize
and then
that. Like,
all the limited low print stuff. There's so many bad games, or just like $1 Steam games or 99-cent Steam games. I like to call them because that's what they are, or mobile games. You know, and it's like, let's sell this game that people have not bought for 99 cents for years, and let's sell it for $39.99, and it works.
yeah.
The only thing missing from the PS4 is Phoenix games.
That's true. I don't know though. I don't mind that. So I think limited run and the low print companies preserving these little digital titles is kind of what they should do. Like that was the idea at first. It's like find these tiny little games that are digital only and re-release them. But the price thing is a real thing. Like, you know, that happens all the time. Like I just played this game the other day. It's called Fury Unleashed, I think it's called. Yeah. And no, I didn't pay too much for it. I bought it for maybe like $20 or whatever. But when I installed it in the game, it was like it's on sale for $2 on the PSN store. I was like, well, that's kind of annoying. But I actually do really like it. So if anyone's looking for a cool little run and gun shooter, it's called Fury Unleashed. It's got like that cell shaded like new graphic style, which I'm not in love with. Like I don't know what I'm saying. Like it's I prefer just older styles, but other than that, the gameplay is dope. Like it's a really fun game. It's like a roguelike Contra run and gun game. That's the only way I don't know how else to describe it, but it's fun. I really like it actually.
Don't get me wrong. There's definitely some great titles that they've done. They've done some great things, but I feel like the average game that they release, and I was a buyer at first. I bought a lot of their titles, and I thought it was cool. Oh, 1,500 copies, that's cool. And then I play the game, and it's kind of shit. And I've now got it on eBay, and I've got a lot of these games that either I opened or didn't that I don't have interest in, and they're just sitting there on eBay. Me slowly lowering the price. A lot of them are at like what I paid for them, and I wasn't interested in them at all.
What about how cheap is Griffin Knight?
That one's not for sale.
Come on, bro. You gotta come on, man. I know you need the cash. Come on, just sell it. You know you don't want that game. I can ship that Tekken game tomorrow if you sell me Griffin Knight. Come on, man.
I won that one. I haven't got a copy of it, so it'd have to be incorporated for a trade of your Switch copy or something.
You could get the Switch copy for so cheap. It's one of those things. Like the Switch copy is like you can go on. I think VGN Soft. VGNY Soft, their website, they sell it for like $40, something like that.
Hey, speaking of video games, plus they got Persona 3, the portable limited run games version up for retail price. So you know, all the FOMO of you'll never be able to buy this game again, blah blah blah. Well, there you go, you can buy it now.
No. He didn't say that you wouldn't be able to buy it. He said that
he speculated on
it would be. No. He said that you wouldn't be able to buy it as cheaply. He said that if you buy it from them, they can do it at a discounted rate, and that other retailers you'll have to pay more, which is what Ollie said. So
I didn't look at the price. I assumed it was just a retail price because it was Video Games Plus.
Well, that's the thing, though. I can't verify if that's true. I don't remember. I think it's the same price. I don't know, but I could be wrong because they have their stuff in Canadian funny money. So, not even sure. But yeah. They get their games, and there's another website. It's PNP Games, I think it's called. They get a bunch of limited run stuff too.
I honestly not even that keen on it now because I never played the PSP version and they remastered it. So I'm kind of just looking at the retail Persona 3 that's the remake of the PSP version. I'm like, well, I kind of want to pick that one up. If I'm going to play it, that's what I'm going to play.
So I have it on PSP, and so I'm like, I don't really need it, but I picked it up anyway just because I'm a big Persona fan. I'm looking forward to
Canadian is what they're selling it for.
Yeah, which
I don't probably know. More than I don't know what it was selling for.
It's probably like $5 more or something. So either way,
but then they have free shipping and all that other stuff, and you get it in a box and blah blah blah. So is it really?
Exactly. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I love
get crushed. Spend an extra $5. Sounds good. Yeah, and you get it right away because it's in stock. It'll be shipped tomorrow.
So back to Griffin Knight. You should sell that to me.
I'm pretty sure I'm done on PS4 stuff. I've gone through the PS4 stuff. I should check my numbers actually on how many games I'm down to.
I only need. I think there's 3 shmups I need for PS4. Which is I need that one.
844 PS4 games. I'm pretty happy with everything I own. I do want to go through my list and make sure I don't have like multiple copies of the one game because that's the big thing that I'm trying to get rid of. Because I realized like a quarter of my collection was just variants, which might sound cool, but it's really not. I'd rather have different games,
Yeah, I'm not into getting like all the variants or anything like that. Or I don't, like I said, I don't even go for collector's editions. I go for like the vanilla releases. So yeah, technically, I'm missing probably more shmups if you want to count variants and you want to count, Darius. Oh my lord, there's like so many different versions of that on the PS4 because of Strictly Limited and the retail releases they've done. It's so freaking confusing, dude. Yeah, dude, it's absurd.
Or Gradius, or like this. So many versions of all these titles. It's crazy.
It's confusing. But yeah, I'm good with that. Although there is a like a Holy Grail Darius Collector's Edition that came out in Japan that I would like that very much. It's very cool. It's like, I don't know. The last time I looked, it was going for like $400 to $500. So it's probably ridiculous now, but it's like a big box, comes with like a statue, comes with a copy of Darius 1, I believe, which I don't think you can get that any other way. Like, I don't think there's any other release of that physically other than this collector's edition that I know of.
I don't know, John.
It might be on a compilation or something, but I'm saying like this is the only standalone version of that.
I don't have much appeal anymore when I hear the word big box. It's just like, yeah, big box. That means I have to like get rid of something else to display this one piece. It's like,
yep. No, I'm way against that, except unless it's like something I'm like really super into, and like I said, like that would be one of the few exceptions. Like I bought the Evil Dead Collector's Edition because I just love Evil Dead so much.
It's like, a nice collector's edition, though. I've seen that.
It's interesting. It's you want to talk about a pain in the ass to display. It's like a freaking giant cardboard box like this big, and it's skinny, and it's like it's a pain in the ass.
They like I got excited with the Elden Ring Collector's Edition. I bought that, and it was one of the biggest, most awkward. Like, it had a big statue in it, right? But to display a statue, you've just got to fill a box, whichever dimensions in which the statue is. So, like, if you get this statue that's like this tall and this wide that has arms that go out, the box is like 75% empty, and like, you got to find a spot to display it, and like. I had to put it somewhere that was out of the way because it was so big. And like after owning it for a year, I was really happy to see it out the door. It's just like, I wish you were no statue, a steelbook, a soundtrack, an art book. You fit on the shelf next to the game, and like
I like those. Yeah, so I don't mind. I'll buy like a deluxe or collector's edition when it's like what you said. So like the normal copy will like 40, and this one will be like 60. and it'll be like a steel book and an art book and maybe a soundtrack too. But it's still the same size as a regular game. It's just a little.
It weighs a
Comes in-
kilo because it's full
comes
of
in a
stuff.
sleeve. Yeah. I'm down with that. Trust me, I'm totally down with those. I love that. But like you said, I'm not down with these giant things. Except when it's a little Darius spaceship. Come on, man. I want the little ship, dude. It's freaking badass. I want it, dude. I love it. And
I can't get any more with that. I went through a period where I was buying collector's editions for an entire year, and like every day I was having a new box open, and I filled up an entire room full of collector's editions, and it was really cool, and I loved it, and I made lots of YouTube videos, and you can watch like 10 hours of me going through my old PS3 collection. Like there's some cool stuff in there, but there's 5 hours of like, oh, you just showed another copy of that. Oh, you got 2 of those. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's got 4 versions. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh no, it is cool if you're a full set collector. I mean, that shit's gold. Like you want to know about all that stuff if that's your goal. But like, I just think if obviously that's not your goal anymore.
Yeah. And I got nothing against it. It's just I now look at my PS3 wall and go through it, and everything's like, oh, that's cool, and that's cool, and that's cool, and there's not one thing that I like wouldn't talk about or wouldn't display on social media or bring on the show and be like, look at this, guys, this is cool.
Yeah, I did a little selling myself this week. Got some new stuff. You want to do pickups now? You want to show stuff now?
I haven't got anything, but you can go.
Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff. Like I said, I did a little trading down at the old shop, and I got some cash, and then I got an order from Woot, so I got some goodies. So, oh, big screen. Here we go. So, first thing I grabbed off of Woot is I got all of the Neo Geo like controllers that have like the fighters on them from King of Fighters, but this one like just the plain old black one I didn't have. So I picked this one up. It was on Woot. It was on sale on Woot for like $15 or something like that. And this will be like my daily driver. So now I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to open those other ones. But
it's like that. If you open one, it's like, oh, this one's not worth as much as the other one. So you'll feel much better using that one than using the other one.
Yeah, and that was kind of my plan. I was hoping these would go on sale. I should pick up another one, to be honest with you, if they're still there. Yeah, these are cool, and you can use them for it doesn't have to be Neo Geo games. You can play NES games with them and shit if you want with the clicky thing if you like it. So yeah, couldn't say no to that. And then this was on sale on Woot again for like $19.99, and I've been eyeballing this for a long time. This is the Warhammer Bolt Gun game. It's like a FPS boomer shooter type thing. I don't know if you can see the artwork on the back, but it's like really it's like really colorful, and like I really dig the vibe and the art style.
Yeah, it's good.
I've heard good things about it. It looks fun. And like I said, I love these types of games, and I've been meaning to pick it up, and it finally went on sale. So hell yeah! And then I picked this up for my girlfriend, but I got Mineko's Night Market. This was also on sale for $19.99.
Nice.
It's like a little cozy game type thing. I don't know how people are into them, but you can like go fishing. You got a little market. You can collect stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I like those type of games, so it sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, you could do crafting, and there's activities. It is what it is. But I do like games like
Stardew Valley inspired like how many games?
For real though, just like a million of them. So this one I have this on PS5. And I thought I had it on PS4, but I looked at my collection and I don't think I do. I hope I don't. I really don't. I might have it again. I bought this. I bought After Image, the deluxe edition or whatever.
I can't recall you showing it. So
I have it on PS5 100%. Like I had it. But this was like on sale again on Woot for like $14.99 or something. And so I looked through my PS4 collection to see if I had that copy, and I don't think I do. So I grabbed it. And it's like a 2D Metroidvania type game. It looks like 2D action game.
Oh yeah, I do remember you talking about this one.
And it includes a digital art book and a digital soundtrack. That's why it's deluxe, because it has codes.
Oh, that's what we want: digital art book and digital soundtrack.
Dude,
and then when you
nothing better than a digital art book.
You haven't opened it for 10 years, it'll be like, this code's expired. You can't download this.
It's really cool. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent looking through my digital art books.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
We
just
should do an episode where we just show off our digital collections.
oh, let's do it. My digital art book collection is just thick, bro. That's really not. So this is another one. I got the PS5 copy. I showed this off the other day, but this was on sale on Woot for $14.99 or some shit like that. So I got like that controller and like all 4 games for like 85, $90 or some shit like that. It was a pretty good deal. Again, this is an RPG. It's like an action RPG that has social elements. It's got like dating and stuff like that. So it's got pretty good reviews. It's really cheap. I think full price it was only $30. So, but for 15, I would definitely pick it up if I were you guys. And if you like Persona, especially, like it's got that relationship building type thing going on.
Nice.
And I've said this last time too, but this company, I think it's like their first game or their first big RPG they've ever made, and it's gotten really good reviews. And I think you should support them because they're just good. I like when new companies make things that are good. And so then I traded in a bunch of stuff, and I picked up some stuff at the old game store that they had, which I was pretty impressed that they even had some of the stuff. So I picked up a copy of Attack of Titan 1, sealed from them.
Have one?
I don't have one. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, I have the Final Battle. I have 2 copies of Final Battle. The one that was wicked expensive, and then I never had this one. I don't like.
2?
What's that?
Have you got 2?
No, I need to pick up just the regular Attack on Titan 2 as well.
So I'm not familiar with how it happened in America. Did Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle get reprinted, or did they all get reprinted overall?
Just Final Battle did.
Okay.
So the 1 and 2 were like decently expensive, but that Final Battle was really expensive. But I think honestly, like, finding a sealed copy of Attack on Titan 2, I think is actually worth more than Final Battle sealed right now because of the reprint. So like at the game store I went to, they had Attack on Titan 2 sealed, but they wanted $100 for it. I was like, eh.
I'm actually really curious on what they're worth now. I remember trying to get all 3 of them, and it took me like 18 months, and was scaring eBay every day and like checking all the stores and seeing copies in stock, and yeah, it was tough.
But yeah, I was impressed that they have sealed copies.
What did you get that copy for, if you don't mind me asking?
I think I paid. Well, they wanted 60 for it, but it was all trade. So like, I could give a crap really if it's trade. You know what I mean? For me, I'm just like games I want. For games I don't want. Thank you.
Okay, I'll pay value because I have to spend this money.
Yeah, and I'm trading in like fucking rabbits and shit. Like you can have it. I don't care. I just wait for a game that I really want. They also had this, which is kind of impressive. They had the standalone release of Inside.
So the Inside Limbo, the double pack. Yep.
Yeah, so that one, most people have that, and that's the one to buy if you want to just play the games or whatever. I would definitely get the combo, but this is like a standalone version with just Inside that got released by I Am 8-Bit.
Oh, okay, let's go.
And they still have these for sale on their website, I believe, but I don't think that a lot of people are getting them, obviously, because of the combo pack. You know what I mean? So
Makes sense.
So I don't know. I just feel like this will be more uncommon in the future for sure because everybody wants the combo pack. But for all I know, in the future, you could still go on their website and they'll still have these goddamn things for sale. So until they sell out,
really interesting because they have really quality releases. They usually I'm sure that's quite thick, right? It's got probably a soundtrack and a manual inside of it. And...
yeah. I don't know I'm not opening it for sure. No way.
But it's got some weight. Yeah.
There's at least a manual in there for sure. Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely got some weight to it.
I bought a few of their games and they never sold out right away, and they were all on eBay, like selling for like double the price, but still in stock, and people just weren't aware of it. But then if you look at I Am 8-Bit, they don't go out and say, hey, we're selling this game with 2,000 copies. Like they're not a FOMO type company. They just sell. We've got a new game out, and if it sells out, it sells out.
I think are they the ones that are they doing Sea of Stars? I think they're the ones that are doing Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
They'll sell a lot of those. I bet they'll sell a lot of those. The Japanese copy has like been sold out for a while. I'm pretty sure from Play Asia.
Hey, Jeremy, what's up, man?
So what up, man? So yeah, I don't know. I ordered both copies, the Switch and the PS4 copy for my M8-bit. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. So again, this was all at my local game shop. I'm surprised to find these games, but they had Sturmfront, the Mutant War, the Uber edition from Red Art Games. Yeah, it was sealed, bro. I was impressed. So this is one of the ones that I missed from Red Art Games. I ordered it on the Switch. I don't know. For a while, I was like what I was doing was like any games that were like really like low graphic games, like easy to play game. I was just getting them on the Switch and skipping over the PS4. Yeah. But I don't know. I just love collecting for the PS4. So they had this version and I didn't have it, and it's like it's sold out on Red Art Games. So yeah, I picked it up, and again, it was sealed and it was in good shape too. Like a lot of the times with these stupid cardboard ones, they're like bent or deformed or something. You know what I mean? But this is pretty straight. It's nice.
Yeah, like nice shipped in a padded mailer, and it's
yeah. It'll be like
a brand in the post. Yeah.
What do they call it? A parallelogram or something. Another one they had, which I was pretty impressed that they had this, and they had it. This was actually a decent price. They had Raging Justice from Strictly Limited Games, and nice. I didn't have this. So this is like one of Strictly Limited's like really early releases. It's number 18.
Okay, I was gonna say it wasn't really early because I got the first 10 and I haven't seen this one.
It's not bad.
It makes sense.
And then
like actually, I think I bought 11 of them and then just
number 182. It's not
bad. Oh, it's a Team 17 title. I'm a big Team 17 fan.
Yeah.
So.
It's like a beat 'em up basically. It's like a type of game, like a Final Fight or some shit like that. But it's got like a pretty unique looking art style to it. It's not like the greatest beat 'em up there is, but it's definitely rare and collectible for sure. Like used copies I've seen on eBay, like $85 to $100 most of the time. They had this one for $60, so I picked it up. It's in good shape too. It's pretty clean. So yeah.
I like the artwork of it's got like the background and then the image there in the background looks really cool.
It reminds me of like an old Genesis cover, actually, for some.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's the Genesis case, and just thrown it on the front of the PS4 cover.
But yeah, so they had those are the 4 games I got from them, and I traded in like $450 worth of stuff, and then I just took a bunch of cash. So it was a good day.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then the last game I got, it's kind of a cool one. It's called Sky Hill. Have you ever heard of this?
No, that looks cool.
It's like a survival zombie type game. It says World War III is over, the world's infested with mutants, and your supplies are running out. Fight your way down this damned hotel. So you're in like this hotel, and you have to like move through it, and like you have like
zombie monkeys on the front or something.
I think it's like almost like turn-based, and like every time you move, you like lose energy, and you have to like eat food, and it's like a item management type thing. I don't know. It looks really weird and dark and creepy, and I'm after pretty much any type of horror themed games that I can find, and I'd never heard of this one, but it's a PAL only release, and in general, I think that see this company here, that Daedalic Entertainment.
Yeah,
like. They have a ton of games that only got PAL releases. A lot of like point-and-click adventure games, a lot of story-based games, that sort of thing. I just like now that I'm done my Sedesco set, I think I'm gonna focus on collecting all of these games because I think these are gonna be pretty freaking rare down the line. Yeah, dude, they only got PAL releases, and they're all like kind of like obscure-ish games. They're like, you know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of story.
The artwork looks really cool. It doesn't look like something you see in the shops, though. No, it looks more like a title you see on Limited Run Games or Strictly Limited's website than a retail release.
Yeah, and I know for a fact that like some of their other titles are very collectible too. Like they're the ones that did like the Deponia games. And
yeah. Okay, are they Spanish?
Maybe. I have no idea. They're European. I know that. That's all I know, though. I don't know for sure where they're from. But yeah, it's called Sky Hill. It was a cool one. pretty
Nice.
pumped to find this. Yeah, anytime I find a new horror game, I'm all about it. There is one that there's this. I don't even know if I want to talk about it. I feel like the price it'll be even harder to find if I mention it. There's a horror game in Europe that I've been after forever, and I cannot get it, dude. It's pissing me the fuck off, dude. Anybody who lives in Germany who watches the show, send me a message. I need your help, please. I've even Sylvan's even gone and checked out the shops and stuff. It's like nowhere to be found. It's just it's driving me crazy. But anyway,
I'm sure someone out there is able to help too.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's called Silver Chains. So if anyone has Silver Chains,
Dandelic's the German company as well. So Bamvik confirmed.
Oh, cool. I mean, that makes sense. And then I just got a couple movies. I'm just gonna show real quick. Why not?
Oh, we have one already. There, I can set you up with Chris, and he can help you out.
Dude, it's called
really
Silver Chains.
If you guys haven't already, Chris has got a new YouTube channel called PlayStation Fusion. So check out Chris's new channel. I think he's just dropped a video today, so definitely go and check that out.
Nice, dude. I'll definitely go check it out. Also, I like your logo too.
We did a few videos together back on the PS3 games that I like, and there was like 10 of us together, and we're all showing off different games, and then we did it for PS4, and Chris did a lot of the editing for that, and yeah, he's pretty talented when it comes to video editing.
Sweet. Are you talented at finding me silver chains?
Oh, he's giving away the title.
Yeah. Maybe somebody has it. We'll sell it.
Boom! Price is doubled. Boom!
It's already just like one on eBay, and it's like ridiculous what they're asking for it. It ain't worth that.
So you mentioned it too.
You can buy it. If you guys want to buy that overpriced freaking copy, you go right the hell ahead. I ain't buying it. I'm gonna wait for some reasonable human being wants to sell me this crappy ass game because it sucks. It's not a good game. It's just freaking. Yeah, I think it might. I think it might be chains with a Z.
Silver Chains, no problem. There you go.
I think it with the Z, dude. If you can find it, man.
Yeah, it was us.
Yeah, I don't care how much it costs to ship it. That's not an issue. I'm just trying to find it for a reasonable price. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I bought a Akira 4K. I think I mentioned this last week. Sorry, I have it on Blu-ray, but the 4K is like always sold out on Amazon, and it was in stock, and it sold out like the day it came back in stock.
I like the black cases. I reckon.
Hell yeah, it does look badass. So, I've seen it a million, billion, trillion times, but I wanted the 4K version.
I seen this Blu-ray collection, and the guy replaced every single case. He had like 4,000. He replaced them all with like the PS3 clear Blu-ray cases, and it looked cool, man. Like there was no blue case in there. It looked like it was meant to be like that. It looked really cool.
I bet. I do. I think all the black 4Ks do look awesome. And then these, dude, like there's certain movies I have. Like I'm on a frenzy trying to get movies, like because like now I'm scared I won't be able to. Like the FOMO's hitting me real hard. Is basically what's happening. They're pulling them out of the stores. They're all on clearance. It's hard to find them. So I'm trying to get certain ones that, like, to me, like I have to have them in my collection. And these are two movies that if you don't have these in your collection, I don't know if I could be friends with you, because you gotta represent Kurt, my man. Gotta have them, dude. Escape from New York and Escape from, maybe not the Escape from LA, but you gotta have Escape from New York at least. Nice. I fucking love these movies, and I love Snake, dude. And I think I just love the time period, like the action movies from back in the day.
I haven't seen Escape from LA, but I've seen Escape from New York.
And also, you don't. I love Escape from LA. You just don't see that. I like that ridiculously over hyper masculinized characters that are just ridiculously badass. Like I love that. That's why I love Evil Dead. I like Ash so much because he's so ridiculously badass all the time. He's just amazing. Same thing with Snake. He's freaking Snake play. He's just awesome. He's freaking badass. I also need to get Big Trouble in Little China, but I don't think that has a 4K release that I can find. I think it's just Blu-ray, so I may pick that up. But again, if I do that, the moment I do, they'll announce a 4K release. But yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I just like that super over-the-top cheesy type of movie. And like, we just don't get that anymore. And like, even the action heroes we get now, they all suck. And they're not like, I like movies with like, you're just unabashedly badass. You're just like, no, I'm the fucking shit, and that's what it is. Jason Statham still makes movies like that, though. I heard that Beekeeper movie that came out's not bad. But that's when
I
I'm
haven't
talking
seen it,
about.
but
Like,
I do like the Bourne movies.
I like the Bourne movies. But
It's hard for me to comment because I don't watch new movies anymore. Like, I got no interest in watching any new movie that comes out. Maybe the Oppenheimer movie from last year. I might watch that at some point when it just pops up.
we're not all. We don't get. You don't get to be even our superhero movies. All the heroes get cucked. They're all lame. They're all suck. Like, I don't want to see fat Thor who's depressed and has a beard and he's freaking lazy. Like, that ain't funny to me. I don't want to see that shit at all. I don't want to see that. I want to see Thor kicking people's freaking asses. That's all I want to see. I don't understand why these people are so like hell bent on making stuff on purpose be bad, because they know what works. It's not new. Like, you have like 80 years worth of cinema. I don't even know. 80 years? When 30
probably
40s?
longer now. It's probably
You got like
no, it's over 100 years of cinema.
Who knows? I don't know when, but let me put it this: they know what sells, and they know what doesn't, and they know what's good, and they know what isn't, and they know what people like, and they know what people don't like. They know how to make things that will sell, and they refuse to. They won't do it. They're literally like, oh, I don't want to make stuff that people like. Why would I'll show them? Like, they have this really weird attitude. Like, they're like, we're not here to entertain you. We're here to correct you, or to educate you, or to teach you, or to, like, they all have this weird activist attitude. Like, they want to change the world with their artwork. And I'm like, no, you morons. Make stupid, entertaining crap, dude. Like, you're not changing the world. It's a super lazy way to feel like you're accomplishing something. Like, I'm just putting out the message. I'm raising awareness. That's my favorite phrase. I'm raising awareness. You're doing nothing. You're just fucking LARPing. You're just pretending like you care. You're not doing anything. Go to a soup kitchen and do something. Go pick up trash. Go fix things. Go help. Do actual things to help people if you want to help people. But raising awareness, no, you're not doing anything. You're just talking, and you're like hoping you get. I don't know, man. These people all have weird freaking ego problems. Like,
I know we've seen it in video games, but I'm glad that majority of games haven't gone down with that notion. And by the looks of it, Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, it's coming.
Going to be going down with that. They're
It's
going to be going down the. Well, you know, Rockstar with Grand Theft Auto is bigger than any other game. Like, you can release a AAA game, it's not going to come close to the amount of sales that the new Grand Theft Auto will do. So, you know, if that goes down like a new agenda, then good luck. But by the looks of the trailer, they've gone with, you know, profanity and to offend as many people as possible, and it should be pretty good.
You know what? Actually, speaking of profanity. Not to completely change topics, but I've been playing Final Fantasy 16, and there's a ton of profanity in that game, and it's weird. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It is weird. I am like not all right playing Final Fantasy and hearing F-bombs all the time. I just think it's really weird, so I'm just throwing it out there. As someone who swears constantly, and I don't have any problem. I'm not like my virgin ears. How dare you? It's just very weird to me. Like, it makes it very out of place, and also it's kind of depressing to me because they were like, we need to make this game more appealing to Americans. I know. Let's make it crude and full of swears.
Yeah,
that's what they need. Yeah, shit, you fuck you, Ifrit, up your fucking ass, bro. Like, what?
Characters like teenagers, like the usual games, or are they adults, or how?
So it's very interesting. So it's pretty much 100% white people. Everyone's white. I'm just throwing that out there, which is very fascinating. You just don't see that a lot these days. And 98% of them are dudes who have my beard. This beard. They all have my beard. And it's kind of weird. I'm like, it makes me almost want to change my beard. I'm like, God damn it, is everybody doing this these days? The whole freaking game, it looks like dudes who have this freaking beard. There's actually quite a few characters in the game that look like me. And I'm like, this is kind of weird. I just don't see that these days. But I love the game.
16, the Rat Edition.
I'm having a good time. I actually just finished like a massive boss fight that was just, 30 minutes, completely epic as hell. Just wow. Like literally when I finished the fight, I like put the controller down. I'm like, well, damn. I feel like I just need to take a break just because that was so ridiculous. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I just would like to point out there that's not the way to appeal to American audiences. Unless you're making like GTA or something, sure. Like that would make sense. Like if your game is like if crudeness and crassness is the selling point. If you're making Conkers or you're making GTA or you're making, some whatever, use your imagination. Yeah, that makes sense.
Final Fantasy is weird. Yeah.
No, it was really awkward. It was very strange. And like to me, like it would be the first time in my life. Like, say I had a kid, which I don't, but let's say I had a kid and I'm like, you should play Final Fantasy. That game, I had to be like, you can't play that yet. I don't want you to play this game. Like, you'll have to wait on that one. It's so that's why would they have done that? I don't get it. I get it.
Yeah, it probably would have got the same rating regardless if they had that in or out because of all the other violence and blah blah blah. But you don't care about that stuff.
Yeah,
speaking of games, I have been playing something that isn't GeoGuessr, so I can talk about something different. I expected the power to go out, so I fully charged my Switch and I carefully planned out a Switch game to play. So I pumped out like 5 hours of Super Mario Maker 2. Just going through the story mode, playing all the pre-built worlds, and it was just nostalgic and fun. And you can't beat these type of games when you feel like you're gonna have time to kill, and you need to kill time. And suddenly the storm was over, and I was still playing. So yeah, it's just awesome.
Oh, I love that game. That's so I one of the a lot of the gaming Sure. Yeah, I watch a ton of like high-end Mario content on YouTube. Like that's one of my favorite things to watch. I watch a lot of Kaizo Mario and Mario ROM hacks and stuff like that. And so like, I like Grand Pooh Bear a lot. I don't know if you guys watch him, but I watch tons of his stuff. And yeah, Super Mario Maker is insane. And it's one of those games where you watch all that content and these guys make it look so easy. They just like effortlessly are just, shell jumping off of walls and doing all this insane stuff that it gets you like, I don't know how I'm trying to say. I'm like, oh, I can do this. I'm going to do this. So then I pop it on and I'm like, let's play some Super Expert. And it's like, I can't beat one level, not one single level.
You like died to the first hurdle on the first stage. You're like, oh, this is harder than I remembered it. Let's try again. Yeah. You die to the same thing. You're like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like same thing with shmups. Like I really legitimately enjoy watching the super high level players because it's just it's just damn impressive. It is impressive that they're so good at these games. And like that guy Grand Pooh Bear, like he gets world record runs on these insane ROM hacks, and he's very interactive with the chat. That's what blows me away. It's not even that he's so good. It's just like he's so good, and he's just like, hey guys, I'm like, dude, if I was trying to I'd have to be like,
yeah, but he's probably played it a million times, and
that's
not him playing at his best. Where if he locked in, he'd probably be even better, and it would just be insane.
That's true, and I think he does do like, or at least he used to. I don't know if he still does. He used to do like in-person speed running events and stuff like that. So I'm sure that maybe that's where he really tries to grind or whatever. But even still, he's like I'm saying, he gets world records on stream just shooting the shit while I don't know. That's impressive to me. Like I've never been. I'm never been good at like multitasking with my mind that way. I'm really good at when I focus on stuff and I'm just like thinking about that one thing, but I've never been like good at like doing multiple things at the same time like that. Like
I'm the opposite. I was talking to my friend last night and we got into a voice chat because we were watching a tournament and there were like 2 streams going on for the tournament. So he wanted to get in voice chat, so he's like, you tell me about that one and I'll tell you about this one. And meanwhile, I've got both of them up and I'm also playing a game while I'm watching both streams. He's like, what the fuck?
No. I could put a TV on and play a game or something, but I'm not paying attention to both. Like I'm just not watching TV. That's just background noise. Basically, what happens is I just go to my girlfriend. Hey, what happened? What just happened? What just happened? What did you say? What happened? Why is that guy on fire right now? What the hell did I just miss? That's pretty much.
I feel like I'm a kid after. It's just something I've always done from like when I was a little kid, and it's just carried into my adult life.
Dude, that's what blows me away is the guys who can play instruments and sing at the same time and be amazing at both. Like amazing. Like I mean, there's lots of guys who can sing and play bass and they're just chilling, not doing it. But like, Geddy Lee is freaking singing and playing like insane stuff. Or like the lead singer Children Bodom, he passed away, but the guy was singing and just shredding his brains out at the same. I'm like, dude, what the heck? And I mean, these rhythms are very complicated. So that's very, like, drummers too are like impressive as hell because sometimes they're playing like multiple rhythms at the same time, which is it's so much harder than you think. Like, so to play guitar and sing, like if you were singing every note for note, like la 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 la, everything you play is the same. That's one, but that's not what's going on.
Yeah,
they're doing all these crazy rhythms, and they're going, which is all different. They're all different accents and different things. It's just like it's like you have two brains. Like how the fuck? Like I'm one or the other. Like when I'm just playing, I can play crazy shit. But if I have to sing, like it's going real simple on the guitar. Like I'm going to one note at a time. Like it's gonna be do 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 do. It's like I cannot freaking do that. Like it just blows me away that people are so good at that.
No, I love it. There's certain games where you definitely get to points where you're like doing two things at once, and it's so hard, but it's so satisfying when it works. I did it on stream the other day. And I need to clip it, and it's like I never ever do it because it's impossible. But I was like, playing GeoGuessr, and you have two instances. You're either looking around for clues, moving around, or you're looking at the map. And I had like 30 seconds left, and I needed to get down the end of the road, so I was going as fast as I can. But I pulled the map up, and I was looking for this town at the same time, and found it, and like got the town within like 5 seconds to go. I'm like, oh, that worked. It's like my brain was doing two things at once, and it actually worked. It might have been a bit of luck too, but it worked.
Well, that's what's creepy is like most of the time you're training your subconscious mind to do things you don't even realize it. Like that's why I try to explain to people if you get into like shmups or shooters a lot. It's all about just training your subconscious mind how to dodge. Like you're not thinking. Like at first you're like, oh, I got to move left, I got to move right, I got to move left, I got to move right. Oh my god, you're trying to like think about it all. But really, if you do it enough, it just becomes all muscle memory and all like subconscious reaction. It's not like you don't even think about it anymore. You're thinking about like the boss that's coming up. You're thinking about other things. I don't know how to describe it. Like, so you train your mind to do things without thinking about it. It's crazy. The human mind is amazing. It really is. That's why I'm just like a firm believer that like if there's anything in the world that like I try to do and I suck at it, I don't sweat it because I know, like for me at least, if I just practice that thing. And if I legitimately put time into like practicing it, I will get better at that thing. I just naturally will. So like
100%, man. Like just today alone, I pulled up Malaysian state quizzes and like didn't have any names on the map, and I got 4 out of 12. And I did the quiz 6 times until I got 12 out of 12 in like 20 seconds. And if I do it now, I'm sure I'll get a perfect score. You just have to keep doing it until you're good at it. It's like all things. Some like that took 10 minutes, where like learning the guitar might take 6 months, but it doesn't matter what it is. You can learn any skills. Like they say with certain jobs, you can master a job in 5 or 10 or 20 years and different things like that.
Yeah, I think there's some like, I don't know, ancient Japanese thing or some shit. I don't remember where it's come from. I've heard this before, but it's like you have to do something 10,000 times.
10,000 hours or something.
To become a master. 10,000 repetitions or whatever to master a skill.
I heard this on a podcast. And one guy said 10,000 repetitions, and then the other guy said it was 10,000 hours, and they had like a 5-minute argument about it.
Well, I'm not going to argue about it. But that's what's cool. It's like you basically the way your mind works is you have to tell it what it needs to like. So it's like you have to tell your body what it needs to do, and then it will react to that. So like I said, it's like same thing with like lifting weights. Like you tell your body like, hey, I need to lift this heavy shit all the time, and your body goes, oh, all right, guy needs muscles. Let's freaking stop making it. Let's do it. He keeps doing it. So it's the same thing like with guitar. At first, you're like, what the hell is what the? It's because your brain's like, why are we doing this? You don't need to do. No, Bam, that's the one thing it doesn't help. No matter how much you practice, it don't get any better. No, that's not true, man. That's that also you could get better at, but we're not going to have that conversation. We're going to talk about guitar.
That's fair enough.
That's for the Patreons. So if you wanna get in on that, you got to sub on the Patreon.
You want to get in on that? Ask on the Patreon. We answer every Patreon question.
Then we have the PlayStation Collectors Podcast After Dark.
Then we ask, does it work with?
Yeah. No, man, I can. See that it probably does work, but I'll never get to 10,000 repetitions.
Yeah, but you might get to 10,000 repetitions, but it won't be 10,000 hours. It'll be 10,000.
I'll never make it. No, man. I would have to have sex 14 million times to get to that many repetitions.
You mean the time thing? Fuck. Oh, man.
Yeah, do we have a quiz this week or anything?
Tonight's topic is video game trading etiquette when dealing with other collectors. And this is quite an interesting topic that we haven't really dived into before, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'll ask you first. Have you done many video game trades with other collectors before?
Not many, but I have done a few. And they've gone fine. For the most part. I mean, most of the time I've done it with you, so it's been pretty straightforward. So, but it's not something I do often. Just because, like, I'm like I don't like mixing business with friendship. I'm not a fan of doing that for the most part. Like, I don't like lending people money or asking people for money, and I don't like it just that stuff makes things awkward. I don't like when people owe me something or I owe them something, because that changes the dynamic of the relationship. Whereas, like, I don't like, let's say, like, you have something that I want, like you have my money or my games, or you have something like that. And like, now I go to call you and I just want to, or text you and I just want to hang out or something, but you might now not answer my call or might not respond or like duck me because you owe me something. And like, I don't even really care that you owe me. I'm not hounding you. But people start to think that way. And like I said, I just don't like how I don't like how it changes the relationship. I just like to keep things like the way, I just want to be friends. Like, you want to talk, we'll talk as we're friends. That's it. I don't want people to think like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Am I saying that well? You understand what I'm getting at?
Yeah. I wouldn't relate that to trading in a sense, but I can definitely see that with friends. And I'm the same. I hate having a time where I owe someone, if it might be money or something else or vice versa, and I like to get things sorted out pretty quickly and things like that.
Mm-hmm. But if so it would probably be a little easier if I knew like a local collector that I was exchanging stuff with. Like, that would make things easier. But like, like right now, like I don't know, it's just not something I like to do. I like paying. I would rather pay more because I can return stuff and I can get customer service from eBay, or I can get, I would rather pay more, because that way, like, if I'm not happy with the condition of the game that I get, well, I can bitch at them, not my friend or this guy I know, you know what I mean? Or he tells me it's minty and then I don't think it's minty. He didn't mention the fact that it was missing a page out of the manual. Maybe he didn't know. I care, or who knows, you know what I mean? Like,
well, just even if they've done that and then you're showing it on the podcast, can you be like, oh, it's in this condition, I'm happy with it, because your friend who watches the show is going to see that. It'll be like, it's in this shit condition and I'm pissed off. I'm going to return it.
Yeah.
Like, those thoughts are in the back of your head, of course.
Yeah. So I'm not against it per se. Like if like I said, I mean, and sometimes I have no damn choice. Like I need this silver change, boys. Like I got no choice. Somebody's got to help me. I can't buy it. There's no one will sell it to me. Well, they will, but for a ridiculous amount of money. But you know what I mean. Like, but I'm not against it either. Like if they were someone local and I could like go to their house and look at their stuff and decide whether I want it and feel it and check it out and do an exchange and do it all in person, I would be more comfortable doing something like that. But I just like if I'm purchasing online or shipping stuff worldwide or doing that stuff, I don't know, it gets kind of messy. And like even on the other end, like Sylvan asked me, he wants a bunch of games, and I'm just like, dude, I'm just not comfortable. First off, I don't go game hunting ever. Like I barely ever go out, and if I do, I don't want to be the person who decides whether or not this used game is in a good enough condition for you and your collection. You know what I mean? Like if you were like, all I want is sealed games, all right, I can handle something like that because then I just see it is what it is. This is how much it costs. The condition is sealed. It's nice. It is what it is. And once you get into used games, I'm like, do you care there's a little ding in the artwork or a little imprint? I care. Do you or I don't know, but like I don't want to be the one who decides for someone else.
I can definitely elaborate a lot from that. I've got a few things to touch on this topic. So in my 10 years game collecting, I've done well over 100 trades with people all over the world. It'd probably be closer to 200 or 300 parcels that I've sent out to other collectors. These days I don't do much trades because I'm not interested in any video games. I've collected all the games I'm after from different countries. Locally, I'm not really interested in anything. And if it is, it's probably not what people have. So I haven't done a trade for quite a while. I do a lot of selling these days, or I do a lot of here's my postal box. If you want something, just buy it, send it to me, and then I'll send it to you and things like that. I've got probably 15 packages at the moment for 15 different people to go overseas, and most of them, they get a package, get it shipped out after they get 2 or 5 kilos worth. I usually tell people the weights of parcels and different things, and most people are pretty reasonable about it and telling you when things are coming and things like that. But in terms of trades, I don't like trading domestically. I've done a lot of domestic trades where, okay, let me rephrase this. Since COVID, prices of video games went up, and I find people like to get exactly what their games are worth, or even if they've paid $5 for it, they want $100, which I'm exactly the same. But if it's going to be like that, I would rather just buy it off eBay or do it like that. So trading domestically is not something that I do much anymore. I know when I first started collecting, I used to trade locally with one friend who he collected for the 360 and I collected for the PS3. So anytime I seen a really cool 360 game cheap, I picked it up. It didn't matter what it was. If it was less than $10, I grabbed it. And he picked up any cool PS3 game that, RPGs or it's any box limited edition, anything that was you're like, oh, I wish that was, for the PS3, but it had a 360 on it. I picked it up and we'd catch up once a month and I'd be like, oh, I found this for you. And he'd be like, oh, I got this for you. And we traded and we never once exchanged money.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
It was great. Everything that I got from him was awesome. Everything he got from me was awesome, and we knew that we both paid next to nothing, so the money didn't matter because even if you're getting a couple of hundreds of dollars worth of items, you've both paid nothing and you're getting a relationship out of it, so that works. But in terms of other trades domestically, I try and avoid domestic trades unless it's for it's rare that this happens, but unless it's for a rare game that might be a game that is only overseas that someone in Australia's got, so it just happens to I'm trading with the Australian collector, or it's for a really rare Australian game. There are 1 or 2 collectors I still deal with that I've been dealing with for years, but not in terms of domestic trade, I don't do many, but internationally, I think it's a completely different ball game. And if you're collecting full sets or subsets or unique games from certain regions, then trading with other collectors is important. There's a few things that comes with trading. So I'd never trade with someone who I've never met, or if they approach me, and it's our first trade, and I'm always going to get the games first. And if you don't want to do that, I don't want to trade with you. Because I can get 50, 100 people to go, I've traded with Figsy before, and he'll send me my games, and they're going to come in the condition that, I've seen them in the photos and blah, blah, blah. So, like, make sure you're doing this stuff. And, because, you hear of instances where people get ripped off. Or there's another thing that you can do if it's in a group and you meet a stranger and it's an expensive game, and you're doing a trade. I've heard of people doing a PayPal deal where they both send each other, like, $200 on PayPal and send the $200 game, and then if something goes wrong, you've got the PayPal to I can use
take it back,
and blah blah blah, and here's the item I sent, and
that's fair. That's a good idea.
I've never done that myself, but I've seen it done in one of the groups I'm in. It's called High End Video Game Collectors, and like they recommend doing that if you've never met people. But again, they have like a vouch system, and once someone's traded with someone a few times, they get vouched for, and reputation is important in video game collecting. And when trades especially go sour, like people talk and it goes through communities quickly, and you don't want to deal with someone who doesn't do trades well. And I'm going back to the international thing. I definitely think it's important to make these connections, because me, for example, when I was collecting the full PS3 set, I was meeting up with German collectors and getting them to get all the German games for me. And I was saying, do you want the Australian games? And for them to buy, say, one Australian exclusive game, it might be $20 on eBay plus $30 shipping. And the same for me to buy an exclusive game in Germany. But, they might be able to get them locally for $5, $10. And suddenly they've got them all for $50 and you're paying shipping once. And I've done the same thing. So you've both just saved each other hundreds of dollars on maybe not the games, but the shipping.
Oh, yeah.
It's huge in the long run. And then you're doing this in multiple countries.
Especially Australia. You guys have to pay so much for shipping.
100%.
So
I would say Europe even more, because Europe and South America and places like India and stuff, they have to pay import fees. And when you have to pay import fees in some countries, it's like 100% because their governments are corrupt. And it just sucks, That's what sucks for collecting. But yeah,
dude, that would suck.
Wouldn't have the collection I did today if it wasn't for trading. But yeah, definitely be careful when trading. And let's talk about some etiquettes. So, condition.
Well, the first thing I do, I just want to let you know, is I usually do like a prisoner exchange type thing where I take the firstborn child from each collector and we exchange. So that way, if anything goes back, I can execute their child.
All right,
that's how I build trust. If you're not down with that, don't trade with me, bros. Just kidding. I don't have any kids, so this wouldn't really work. Now, there's a reason I don't have any kids, because I had a few bad trades.
I ask this question and I always follow up with when they say it. So I always ask, it has got a manual. I shouldn't have to say that. And then 99% of the time, of course it's got. And then I'll reply with, it goes without saying, but I just say it because. But things like that, you're getting a game for a collector. So when I'm shopping for a collector, I'm only buying something in a condition that I want, unless I'm sending them a photo saying, hey, I found this game that you asked me to get. It's in pretty crap condition. Here's a photo of it. Do you still want me to pick it up? Here's the price. And it's like, if they do, I'll pick it up. If they don't, then I'll find a better copy, because I wouldn't have picked that up for myself. And it goes the other way. And I've definitely had times where I've made trades with people and I've gotten games and they were either missing the manual, or there was a little rip that I didn't see, or there was a crinkle disc, and I've bought the game again. I'm not trading that person again. We're still friends, but I'm going to remember that, and I'm not going to trade with you again, because you just wasted my time and my money, and it's a business in the end. Like,
that's
like Joe said, if you went to Amazon or another retailer and they sent you the wrong shit, you're not going to rebuy from them. It's the same with trading with people.
Or you get your money back and complain, and you know what I mean? And like, I have no problem complaining to a corporation, but I definitely don't want to complain to you or to who went out of his way to pick up a game, and I'm the OCD motherfucker over here. It's like, there's a little crinkle in it, you son of a bitch. What are you thinking? And he's like, I don't care. So it's like, that's where it's like, I don't know. if I shopping for collectors is more stressful than like I said, if it was like getting a game for my cousin or something. I don't, I mean, you're not gonna care or something. You know what I mean? Like I said, the standards are different. Another thing I want to mention too is that like collectors, they know the values and stuff. And like, I'll be honest, I like to get deals and I like to get stuff cheaper than, I feel good when I get a game that's $100 for $60, and collectors, they're not going to want to do that. So I can get better deals purchasing through resellers and stuff than I can from collectors. Absolutely all day long. I can wait and be patient and find somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're doing or just makes a mistake or doesn't care or just wants the thing gone. So like, if you had...
That's like my whole domestic point where I'm like, well, what's the point of me making this trade when I can just not make it and go and find a deal,
Well, I mean, for me, it's like I've had these games sitting on these shelves for a long time. So, and there's no rush. Like if I wanted to go sell my stuff, like I want top dollar for my stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's no incentive for me to sell because I don't really care. It would be like a whenever I feel like thing, unless it's an emergency. But resellers, they don't feel that way. They want inventory gone. They want stuff to move. They want liquid. They want cash. They want liquid in their pocket. So if they have a $750 game, and I come along, offer them 500, and they've been sitting on this thing for a year or two, they'll probably take it. You know what I mean? And then everyone's happy. They're happy. I'm happy. Nobody's upset. Where if I want to go lowball this dude who's like, I have a minty copy of this I've had since I was 12, and I'm like, give me a deal, son, because that's what I want, and I don't feel comfortable doing that with these guys because it's like disrespectful. If they came to me and they were like, "Yo, sell me your Suikoden for $80," I'm like, "Fuck you, no, no, I don't care."
Yeah, I've had people do that. It's just like,
yeah,
off.
Yeah, just
like,
no.
When like people have joined my PS3 group and then they try and buy something from my collection. It's like, no, fuck off, block.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I don't mind when people offer me like. I've seen people offer me good offers for stuff. That doesn't bother me. People are like, dude, I really would need things. I'll give you top dollar for this. Whatever, that's fine. But like me and you and Griffin, right? Like, I don't want to pay what it's worth. I want a deal, son. Come on, Wayne.
Fuck off, Joe.
I know, exactly. Like, why would I do that? I'm like, I don't know. Why would I pay full price? I don't know. Why would I do that? I wait. I'll fucking wait. I'll find something desperate. I'll wait till somebody's like, I need my crack. Oh man, I got this Griffin Knight, son. I'm like, $100 worth of crack. What do you think? Sorry.
We had a documentary like 4 hours later. This is where it started. Look, there was signs on the podcast.
Yeah, it is. Just bought Untitled Goose Game, Tin and Kuna, No Straight Roads. I have played Untitled Goose Game and No Straight Roads. I have no idea what Tin and Kuna is. Do you have any idea?
Joe's praying for the cyclone.
No, dude, I don't want that shit damaged. No, but I mean, if there was like a meteor that was going to hit Australia in 3 weeks, and like you're all going to die, I'd hope you mail it to me at that point, at least.
Well, that's another thing that we should talk about with video game etiquette is the handling time. So when you're buying from a shop, you expect things to be shipped out right away. But when it's a trade of people, things are a little bit different because some people have lives and that's expected. Like, I feel like there's nothing wrong with a few weeks waiting between, hey, I'm going to post your games out soon, and they're posted, as long as there's like constant communication and, hey, I had a busy week or I'll get to it soon. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, ignoring people and waiting months. That's where things go wrong. I've heard of instances of people waiting a few weeks and abusing people, and then there's people who have been abused don't want to send people to games, and then suddenly it turns they haven't sent the games for months, so both people feel like they're in the wrong. And yeah, I've definitely seen it from both sides. I've had instances of me waiting months for people to send my games. I usually get things sent out. I send out my eBay stuff every day, but when it's games for collectors that they're going overseas, I don't do it right away. It might take a week or two. It's gonna get shipped out. I that's how it is.
Yeah,
I don't make any money from people buying games and sending them to my house. I never charge people for doing the service, so
No, I never would either.
don't expect it to be done overnight. I had someone recently abuse me about it, and haven't informed him yet, but I'm never going to be helping him again, and probably going to be blocking him. You know, it's just rude when you help people and they're just rude about it, and yeah. But
well, that's another point too. No offense to anybody, but you know, game collectors are some freaking spazzes. A lot of people in the community are like socially awkward, to say the least.
Yeah, 100%.
These, you know, these two people that don't go out a lot. They just sit around and play games, and that's it. They don't have a lot of social skills. So I could see a lot of people being pissy and angry and acting like jerks about stuff.
And there's people in the community who have done that to multiple people, and guess what? People don't want to deal with them anymore, and they're like, "Hey, I can't get these games," and well, people don't want to.
If anyone gives me attitude about anything, I'm like, bye. I have no patience for that from anybody at all, for any reason on the internet. Like, I'm just like, all right, goodbye. Like, I literally, like, anyone who wants to add unneeded anxiety to my life is gone. Like, I don't need you. I'm sorry. Like, you're the problem, not me. I'm chill. I am a chill dude. I'm not fucking with anybody. I'm not causing problems with nobody. I'm not giving anybody a hard time about anything. I'm just doing my thing. So if you flip out of your route, like I had, like, there's somebody like wanted to come on the show, and like I apparently wasn't responding fast enough, and they like were fucking rude, and I was just like, fuck you, dude. Like, I owe you anything. Like, who the fuck are you? Get the hell out of here. I don't know you from a fucking hole in the wall. Like,
you think they didn't message me? I'm like, right now, if you message me on Facebook or Instagram and I respond in 48 hours, then you're one of the fast responses I get, because I am like,
I'm in group chats with you. It takes me 48 hours to get a response from you, bro. I'm used to it. People should know.
Yeah, like, I have notifications on. I pretty much, I go on Facebook like twice a day now, and Instagram like once a day. And if you want to get a hold of me, jump in the new Discord. That's where you get a hold of Figsy, guys. Banfi can confirm. If you type in in the football chat or the main chat, I'll reply within like an hour.
Yeah, people are mad Banfi, and which is, and like, you know, and I've been on the other end of that, by the way, just so you guys know. Like, you may find this hard to believe, but I've reached out to people to come on the show, and they don't get back to me. Oh, they're busy and they have shit to do and they have lives and they don't give a fuck about me or my fucking show. And I'm not mad. I don't give them a hard time. I'm not like, how dare you ignore me? Do you know I am? Like, these people are mental. Like, I'm like, literally, like, nobody cares. All right. And that's fine. Nobody should care. Like, I don't get it. Like, I really don't.
I need to reach out to more people. I've just been playing GeoGuessr, and that's been my life.
Oh, it sucks. Like, you guys,
but like you said before, when talking about the whole developing skills and stuff, this game is insane, right? If you want to get good at this game, you could learn French, or you could learn Spanish, or you could just learn how to read Japanese, or like the limit is ridiculous. You could research plants in the US if you want to do that and get better at that, or research sand
birds
colors in
that's
Mexico.
A blue barbled yellow belly. That is only available. What time of year is it? They migrate.
What time of year is it?
Carolina in August.
No. What time of year is it? Is a thing. So in Russia,
yeah.
There's August coverage, there's May coverage, there's like summer coverage, there's winter coverage.
Yeah,
dude, it's next level. If you want to learn, the sky is the limit. Like, I've never played a game before where you could learn so much and like not even to scrape like the surface of what there is to learn. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. I'll be honest. That game is intimidating to me and makes me feel dumb. And I don't know. That's like the worst feeling about when I play games is when they make me feel dumb. That's why I can't play puzzle games on stream. Nope. I like puzzle games. I could play puzzle games. But if I get stuck on a puzzle on a stream, I'm freaking mad, and I get real anxious, and I get like, I don't know, dude. Like, I can't handle it. Like, I don't like feeling stupid, even though I am stupid. I mean, I know I am. I just don't like feeling it. You know what I mean? I like the ignorant bliss that I'm not. I've
been streaming GeoGuessr more, and I'm having a lot of fun. So,
you're good at it.
Twitch
Mhm.
guys, if you want to check out some of the streams, I've been doing it like twice a week. Yeah, having a bit of fun. I've been like jumping in leagues and stuff, and I played in a tournament a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, having a bit of fun. So
Nice.
and that's the main thing. I'm saying I'm learning and I'm studying, but I'm having fun. I'm having fun learning how to read Russian and learning like all these weird different things that you'd never think of before, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean that's if you can make a game fun, like it. That's like the ultimate. It's the same thing like with me and Beat Saber in a way. It's like I'm not really into like exercising. That's not fun, but Beat Saber makes it super fun. I'm having a great time, sweating my ass off. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a similar thing where like if you just had to like study geography, that might not be the funnest, but playing GeoGuessr makes it really fun. You know, I mean that's adding that element to it. It's really cool. I mean that's they've been trying to figure that out for kids. And I remember when I was in school, they always had like little Geo Safari, I think it was called. We had this little thing in the back.
Around the World with Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, oh, I love that stuff. But like, I loved all those games and stuff. I remember like in school, like I had to like have my Geo Safari time limited because I was always into games and stuff like that. It's all I ever wanted to do. So if you put that,
if you're at school today, it would be GeoGuessr because that's what all the kids play these days. You know, because actually it's becoming a paid game as of like next month, but up until the 10 years it's been a free game. So it's, free game for kids.
You know what? I've always wondered, like in the future, like I swear, like gamers, people who are really good at games, they're gonna be sought after, man. Like if you're really smart and you're really good at this stuff, like there'll be like military applications to this shit. Like I always thought, like in my mind, like someday, like some little Japanese kid who's amazing at shmups is gonna like win a war because he's so good at flying drones, dude. He's gonna like take out the U.S. because he's gonna be like,
we can't hit this guy. We can't hit him.
Come on. You got nothing. I got it. You'll never hit me, slut.
Hey, with every bullet you've got, he's still gets through it.
Yeah, like what? These people are superhuman. Like
we got the CC1 world record on every.
That's how it's gonna be in the future. Like real war is like gonna be playing StarCraft, where you're just gonna be sitting there in front of a screen and being like, launch the drones, aerial attack. Oh no, they have anti-air. Back off. Bring in the tanks. Bring in the tanks. Dude, it literally will be like that. You know what I mean? Like, in my mind, unless we all become like really nice to each other and we stop fighting.
Well, I guess
that's gonna happen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could be. Yeah, there is a movie. Ender's Game kind of it goes over that. That's kind of like a theme for that.
I just jump on the Discord and all I see is my face from the thumbnail. I'll just pull it up again.
Yeah, what is with my head, dude? What the heck's going on there? So you look all right. The glasses. You look like a middle-aged dad in that picture. Like
I like it. Yeah. I like it because he's all ripped and stuff.
And then
I don't know where the glasses come from.
Go back to that. Look at my head. Look at my head. What the heck? I look like I was photoshopped onto a chimpanzee's head. Like that doesn't look right. It looks like my head is detached from my body. It does not look right.
I love it. Well, Joe, I mean, we should get some pickups from the Discord up.
Now let's do it. I look like a Mona Lisa paint. Yeah, that's. I've always wanted to be painted like in Titanic.
So we got some pickups from Turner. He's got Prometheus, which you guys have been raving about. I still need to pick it up.
Proteus.
We got Dead Island 2, the Call of Duty Triple Pack, which has got Modern Warfare 2, 3, and 4, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the Sega Genesis Mini too.
Nice.
That's the new one, which I have that one sealed still. I haven't opened it. So that one is got a bunch of Sega CD games on it. It's really dope.
Nice. It's tiny. Look at it.
Yeah, so they have the original and then they have the second one. I have the original hacked and I put like everything on that one. And so then I bought this one just to kind of have it just for FOMO. I have all the other ones.
Yeah, Ling's got some more pickups. Oh, we got Mother.
Heyo.
Is that a custom?
We got a lot of nice stuff in there.
Is that the new like fan one that they've done?
Yeah, that never got released over
Yeah,
here.
I was gonna say.
There's a lot of good shit in here. We got
Oh,
all
oh my god, God of War Collection 1 and 2. Wow. These are not cheap games anymore. They used to be cheap, and now they're like $100.
Yeah, I
Now,
have all the
under-
collections. That was like when I bought PS3 games, that was like the first thing I went for is like the Ratchet and Clank collection, the God of War collection, like all those collections, Jack and Daxter, all that. Hell yeah, Sly collection. Get 'em
and
all.
now they're like, yeah, they're tough sets to complete today.
Now they're $60 to $100 a piece at least.
Some of them are more, yeah. Like free, the one with Tokyo Jungle and everything. And...
Oh, that one's insane. So look, we got Underbirth 2. What else do we got? Is that Trigger Witches? That looks like Trigger Witches. Those are amazing games too. I really want to get Underbirth. That's a fighting game that I'm gonna probably pick up like really soon because I think they'll probably have DLC and stuff, but I don't think it's gonna be as insane as Tekken is.
I played the first one. I thought it was fun. I'm not a big fighting
good,
person, but it was definitely a really polished fighter. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I still need to get that Shredder's Revenge.
Before I show this one, we've got Darky posted a box, and inside the box was a bunch of more Switch games.
Oh my goodness! Oh man, I'm not going through all these. Holy crap! There's a lot of cool stuff in here, though.
This is the road to a full Switch collection, guys. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, I can already see the game. All right, the goat right there is Yum Yum Cookstar. Hell yeah, that game's sick, bro. I love that game. I'm not even joking.
It's overwhelming how much is in here. It's insane.
Get the Valves collection. There's so much stuff in there. Is that another code game? I don't know. I kind of like games like that, but I don't know much about that one. I'm curious if that one's good. I've heard mixed things.
Prince of Persia.
Oh, what's that puppy game? Never mind. That's the goat. I went the one with the puppy and the kitty on the left. Yeah, that's the one.
What's this one down the front? Third from the right.
I think that's the Valis collection.
Oh, nice.
Which is dope, but I don't know if that is English. I feel like it doesn't.
It's a North American release.
Oh, it is. Okay, then that's the limited run one. So that one does have English. Because this the Japanese version. I don't think did have English. I could be wrong about that. But if that's the ESRB one, that makes sense. Wow, dude.
Insane.
It's amazing. Yeah, dude.
24 away from a full set. 20 of them on the way.
God damn, that is amazing. I've been slacking on the Switch lately. But like I'm gonna be picking back up on that pretty heavily. Hey, look at this. Hell yeah.
Go.
Look at that. It's got the Sturm front.
The Sturm front, the one
you're talking about, baby.
Yeah, nice.
That's the PS5 version. Softstar is a great game too. Paddle Box is it's fun. That's like a Punch Out clone. I don't feel like a lot of people don't know about Paddle Box. That one's really good.
The artwork looks great on it.
Yeah, and then Heidelberg is a really sick game too. It's like a Castlevania type 2D action game. I think is that Smelter. I think so. And then They Always Run is awesome too. That collector's edition is badass. It's massive. Nice. That game's hard, dude. I suck at it. All good stuff.
And Lol's got some more pickups. We've got the OG Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, and then Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. I never played that. I don't know if it's good or not.
I haven't played that one, but I know that THQ were freaking badass back in the day. So
more pickups from Ling.
Here it is.
Darius.
Drainus. Get it right. That's Drainus. And then that's Clockwork Aquario from Strictly Limited. That's like a unreleased arcade game that they finished and released. So that's really cool. Yeah, so that's like it never got released in the arcade officially, and that's the only version available. They might be like ROMs or something, but that's a pretty cool one to pick up. And then that game on the right, that's World of Horror, which I ordered the PS5 copy PS4 from Japan. Did it get an ESRB release? Is that the right game? That is World of Horror, right? I'm not crazy, right? I think that's World of Horror.
I can't see properly. It's too small on that screen. I left Discord on like a tiny monitor.
But yeah, that's like a hand-drawn horror game. Like everything's like hand sketched. It looks really sick. Yeah, it looks really cool. I got the PS4 copy from Japan because I think that's the only one. I think, but it has English, so
Link's got some pickups.
Nice.
Vita from Red Art Games. Oh, they're all from Red Art Games. Nice.
Yeah, I have. I already have Arietta. Shina Ruby, I've been waiting for that to come. I don't know where mine is. And Rivetta, I don't know what that one is. Is that like a 2D action game? I'm assuming. I don't know much about that one.
She looks angry.
It's like a newer one. If it's a witch game, I buy it. For some reason, I'm telling you, witch games. If it's got like witches in it, buy that shit. People like witches. I'm telling you, it's like one of those genres. Like, I just would buy that. I don't know why people are into that. Like, I bought that Little Witch Nobanata game or whatever. It is well.
We've got we don't have a quiz tonight because it's just me and Joe, but we do have a quiz question for chat.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, your quiz
Scared
question.
me when you changed the background. It's like, oh damn, there is a quiz.
You need the full video game title. I don't actually know it, so I'm just checking the answer quickly.
I'm confused. Why are the names of the games blurred out? Does that mean that the names of the games isn't the clue?
Oh, this one's tough, but it's a good one. All right, we will let you guys ponder on that one for a couple of minutes.
I got no idea.
Yeah, definitely a tough one. We will return with the regular quiz on the next episode, guys.
Yeah, I need to get Captain America on PS3. It's one of the ones I'm still after. There's like a few PS3 games I still want to get. I want to finish off my Marvel set, and I need that game. It's expensive.
It was always like, even back in 2016, that was one of the first games I tried to get. It was like $40 back then, so never really got cheap. It didn't get a reprint or anything. Now, we had a question from Michael Foley. You guys might be able to help us in chat. Has anyone heard of an Agelos North American version? I've only seen the PAL. Is there a North American version?
I never knew there was an ESRB release for that, but Jason, who's been on the show a few times, Neth.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. He posted the ESRB release of it that he picked up the other day.
I did see that post. Yep, you're right.
And I literally said in the post, I was like, "That's really cool. I had no idea this existed." And yeah, I have it on the Switch, and I believe it was a PAL release. I don't think it was an ESRB release. Either way, that's I saw there was a PS4 copy for sale the other day on either eBay or something. I purchased it because I want that game. That game's awesome. Agelos is like a new Sega Master System game. It's kind of like Monster Boy, I would say, if you're familiar with the Monster Boy.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Monster Boy.
Yeah, it's kind of like that type of art style. It's like a 2D action game, and it's fucking awesome. Like I played it on the Switch. I beat the whole game. I loved it. So I have ordered a PS4 copy, and we will see which version shows up. Whether it's, I don't care if it's PAL or ESRB, because it's one of those games that like it came out a while ago, and as far as I know, it's been out of print.
Yeah, it came out like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah,
like a while ago.
Yeah, and it's like you never see them for sale anywhere other than like eBay or in the secondhand market. So I'm curious if it got printed or people found a box, or I have no idea. But it would definitely be worth picking up. I would say even if you find the PAL copy, that's a great game. Like I buy any copy of that. If you don't have the game, I would pick that game up.
So when you do things like that, you can always, if the North American copy pops up down the line, you pick it up and you sell your copy, and it doesn't cost you anything, and you get to have it in your collection in the meantime. Michael said, I'm thinking someone got a hold of a couple of cases of unreleased ESRB versions, and they're listing them back to back. And that's interesting. So that's happened before with games like the Puppeteer game. No, not Puppeteer. It was Puppeteer in Australia. Puppeteer is an expensive game around the world, right? There was an Australian copy. It was not in stores. One dude on eBay had them. He had 3,000 copies, man. Like, he single-handedly changed the price of this game. He had that many copies. Just one guy. He had them for like 6 years, and he was selling them for $5 a pop, to the point where I was buying like 50 at a time. But eventually, like the price got up to $100 a pop, and he must have. I don't. I think he still got copies, to be honest. But it was the only person to have copies, which is wild. Like it's
Good for
like
him.
they got sent to a retailer, and the retailer went out of business, and they got put in a warehouse and forgot about. And someone bought the warehouse, and oh, all these games that I've never heard of came with it. You know.
So I'm a little excited now. So I just bought the Agalos.
Oh, you bought the same listing? Yeah.
Well, I bought it off of Amazon, and it shows the PAL, but these have never been for sale on Amazon. So I have a feeling it's going to be the same seller, and I have a feeling I'm getting an ESRB copy. I would be because what are the odds that someone found a case of PAL ones at the same time randomly? It's like I said, I haven't seen the PS4 copy for sale for years, like anywhere. So now it's supposed to come Tuesday, so now that'll be exciting. We can find out on Thursday which version I got.
On eBay myself.
Yeah, it's a dope game. Like
I mean, so you go on eBay and you only see there is one North American copy on there,
What are they asking?
like $200.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
No,
And it's like rare in the title and everything.
Okay,
But
all right.
that'll
Well,
be interesting that if a seller does have copies, because
then I ain't getting that one.
so they're sold too. There's multiple. There's like four of them that have sold at that price.
Well, I didn't even know it existed, man. So I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you want it for the,
I can't see the seller that you guys can see because I'm in Australia and there's more copies on there.
yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's like it is super rare. I don't even know. I didn't ever heard of it getting released over here. So if you're into PS4 collecting, I would definitely pick it up. I'm sure it's going to be rare. But again, this is also like, how many do they have? We don't know. Like, what if this guy's got
Has he got
20,000 of them?
2,000?
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. What if they printed? I mean, the minimum is 1,000, right? Supposedly. What if he's got all 1,000? I don't know. And it ain't that great of a game. Like, you could get it on the Switch and, for much cheaper than that or whatever. But, like I said,
it's a good game. It's an extra game on the list.
If you want it for collectible purposes, I think it's a good move because it is a good game. I don't think it'll lose value. It'll gain value.
Michael's saying it's 2 or 3 sellers. It's got that reprint feeling to it. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
I mean, we know how easy it is to reprint games these days. You get a couple of yeses from the people that made them and the developers, and a yes from Sony, and you give them a bit of money, and boom, you got 1,000 copies of this game.
Yeah, and then you just don't tell anybody. I should start doing that.
Yeah, you tell people. Yeah, don't tell anyone. You just start trickling them out on eBay.
I reprinted 10,000 copies of Knack 2. Let's go, boys.
Oh god.
The
crazy thing is this could actually happen. Like, instead of someone going and buying every copy on eBay, they could just print more.
What am I going to do with these 3,000 copies of Redfall I printed up, man?
Oh, you speculated on the wrong one, Joe.
I just bought so many copies of Starfield. No. Yeah, did you hear that they were like going around like destroying the copies of Starfield at Walmart? They priced them out at 3%, told to send them all back, got rid of them all.
Why?
Because Xbox is hellbent on like eliminating physical games.
The game came out 3 months ago.
If you were lucky, Walmart had put them. Like the way they do it is they set them out to like 3 cents in the system, and they tell everybody to go pick. If you're smart, you could go and you buy 10 copies for 3 cents. Sometimes they won't do it though, but sometimes they will honor it and you'll get it. So
I've seen videos where they refuse to sell it and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird. I can't sell this because it's too cheap.
It's got to be a mistake. It's got to be a mistake or something. And it's like, no, dude, it's not. And I would be pissed.
Xbox also laid off like 200 employees who work in the physical games.
2,000, not 200. There's like 1,900 something people. Yeah, it was pretty much the entire department that worked on bringing physical games to the market, and they've announced that their new console won't have a disc drive, so they're done. They're done. They're leading the charge as usual, and as usual, they will lose market share because they're not smart. I just, it might. I think they're trying. They're thinking long term. They're playing the long game. They think that they can get the people used to the digital market first. Those are the people who will build habits with them, and in the long run, once it all becomes digital, they'll have a huge lead. You know what I mean? That's what I think that's going to happen. But I don't know. Like not that I was buying or collecting
they're doing the right
Xbox
thing
anyway.
the way they're doing it. Like
Mhm.
they're doing this, but they're also bringing out AAA games and giving it to people for free day one. Not for free, but in the
Yeah, with
game's
the
mind, they're getting
service.
it for free.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a selling point. Like, I'm hooked, and I wasn't playing Xbox 2 years ago.
Mhm.
They're doing a good job.
If you're into renting games instead of owning games, you're cool. It's a great service. It's like Blockbuster. It's really cool. There are lots of games that I would have rented and I never would have purchased
That's
them.
how I like to play brand new games because I don't like paying $70 for a brand new game. So if
I get it.
if Tekken 8 was on Game Pass, I would have bought Game Pass today to play it, for example.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
fair.
I probably feel like I'm getting a really good deal. Where in the long run, you probably are you. I mean, depends on how. Like I cancel my subscription as soon as I use it, so I do take advantage of it. But I know there's a lot of people out there who would just let the charge go over every month, and
Yeah, I'm on the losing end of this debate. I mean, it's going to happen. Like we'll be forced out of the physical market, whether we like it or not. So, but I will keep supporting whichever company supports physical media the longest. Period. Like seriously, if Nintendo is the only one, then I'll just keep buying Nintendo games, and I won't be purchasing Sony games. And like I've already felt that way for a while. As much as I love PlayStation, like I feel like all the love I have for PlayStation, it's not for the PS5.
It's not for the new stuff. It's for the old stuff.
It's for the old. I love the Sony during the PS1 era and the PS2 era and the PS3 era the most. And even in the PS4 era, which I love very much, there's the PS4 era was the beginning of a lot of the really bad trends in gaming. So it's tainted in general. But that's not Sony's fault. Like I still think the PS4 was great. Like I don't know, man. What happened? Like how many cool consoles?
I agree with you. I think things like limited run making low print games of games that aren't available is great, but it's also ruined collecting in another sense. And the quality of games we're getting today is amazing, but it's cost us smaller games and games like if we use Rockstar for example, they don't make middle games anymore. They're only making the AAA games. So having so much of a good things has ruined certain other things for us.
It's true. So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just like I think like I'm not into collecting PS5 stuff. Like
no, I got no interest in collecting PS5, man. Not
I have which is funny to say because I probably have like 120 games. So it's not like
I have 15
but
physical PS5. They don't even fill the shelf up.
Yeah, I got let's say 20, 40, 60.
And I have played.
I got around 100 something.
I've almost played every single one. There's a couple of sealed ones there. I can't say that for any other system in my room.
Pretty much like I'm only getting stuff on the PS5 that is either just insanely cheap, like a good deal. Like sometimes it's like I find it fascinating. Quite often, the PS5 copy is cheaper than the PS4 copy. That happens all the time. So it'll be like the PS5 copy is 25 and the PS4 copy is 40. I'm like, what the hell, man? So it's like sometimes I buy it for that reason. But like for the most part, I'm just buying exclusives, things I can only get on the PS5. Like if I have the option of picking it up on PS4, for the most part, I'm leaning that way. I don't care about the cutting edge graphics as much. I really don't. I never have been. Like I've been trying to I'm so excited. I ordered the Atari 400 Mini, and I am so flippin' excited for that thing, dude. So if I can be that excited to play Atari, I really don't care about PS5 graphics.
That's wild,
dude. I am so pumped.
Show, man. I'm really hungry.
Oh, what the heck? All right, we're done. That's cool. I was like, he's talking about Atari. I'm out. I don't want to talk about this caveman.
The old guys
freaking
here,
shit.
guys.
Yeah. Oh God, here we go. Back in my day, we only had one button.
I gotta see a boomer game. I love how you called them boomer shooters too, by the way.
That's what the term is. They're called boomer shooters. I didn't make it up. It's just
I don't know why they're called that. They're really good. Back in my day.
We don't even care. That's the thing. Like any old boomer who likes those games, they're like, yeah, that's fine. Shit's awesome. You know what I mean? Like that's you should wear it as a badge of honor. That means it's like Quake and Doom and freaking Hexen. That means it's good. It's a good thing. It doesn't mean it's old and shitty. That means it's like, oh, you want a good game design? Get a boomer shooter, baby. Anyway.
Hey guys, just letting you know, we won't have an EU show next weekend. We will have a North American show a little bit earlier, so there'll still be a show. We'll get back to the EU scheduling the week after, and see you guys on Thursday/Friday for the next episode, and have a good week.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching.
You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting sets, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh at needs, gonna live the dream. Gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing a song to the break of dawn. Gonna run this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready for one more chance.